My name is Hans Reiter. I'm owner of Reiter Engineering, and the car behind me is a Camaro GT3. We built that car in 2010, started actually in 2010, and I think this is a 2010 or 11 model. Yeah, I visited my daughter in America, saw the Chevrolet, and then my three daughters agreed it has to be a race car, and the daughters loved the car. And that's how the name created, Sarini, Sabrina, Rebecca, Nina. And that was then the Sarini Camaro. Mom is not involved in the name because she was totally against the project. Chevrolet was not involved and didn't approve it. So we did it on our own, like we always did. As you can see, it's a big car, it's huge. It's kind of a monster. And at that time we thought it's, I don't know where they have in England this saying, nothing beats cubic. And so we put a really big engine into it, a V8 with 8 liter. And that's maybe the special thing on this car, which is extremely powerful, but also the biggest disadvantage, which it appeared later on. And otherwise it is technically state-of-the-art, sequential gearbox, ABS, and everything you needed at that time in GT3. Unrestricted at, I think, 700 something, a bit over 700, 900 Newton meter, and here comes why it was wrong to take such a big engine. We have 600 Newton meter at idle. So whenever the driver just touches the throttle pedal, the rear wheels are slipping and you do burnout all the time. It's more square than it is straightforward, yeah. But the car doesn't like corners really. When it's going straight, it has an immense power. It's extremely efficient on braking. And so it is fun to drive in corners, but we should have done a better job on that end of the car. At the time what was good, the cars were more close to the street cars. This was the idea from Stefan Rattel from the beginning. We Reiter Engineering, we were one of the 6 founders of GT3. We all agreed we're gonna take street cars, minimum modifications, and have fun. And we had very little rules. The rules were, I think, 6 pages. Now the rules are more than 100 pages. And the cars do not really look anymore like the original car. You still can identify a Gallardo, you still can identify the Camaro very well. In GT3 now we are overshooting again. In racing, we love to repeat mistakes. I think in the last session he was second, which was beyond expectations because again it's not a favorite circuit for this kind of car. I think it's great to have them here and to have this like a comeback of the class, and I can see a strong tendency, especially in Great Britain, that you are establishing endurance championships with the GT3 car now. I think there are about 1,000 cars around the world which are standing in garages waiting to be racing again. So I think it's a good idea, it's a great idea, and it was fun. You don't have too much controls, that's the good thing in GT3. You have a steering wheel, of course. In braking you have a racing ABS, which very different to a street ABS, which helps you to avoid an accident, but you're normally not using the ABS. Here you just hammer into the system, and when you brake, you trust the system. If it doesn't work, it's too late anyway, so you have a system which you have to trust. On the gearbox, you have a pedal shift gearbox, sequential and fully computer controlled. So upshift, you pull the pedal, the rest is done by a computer. Downshift, the blip, everything is done by a computer. It's not, how can I say, it's not that difficult to drive such a car. I wouldn't say everybody can do it, but it's for gentleman drivers, it's a good chance, it's a good opportunity to be closer to a pro driver than you are, for example, in an LMP car. It won races, it won a championship, it won races whenever it was at a Bull Ring, for example. Long straights, we just were blasting away. But in twisty circuits, it was not competitive enough. And that's why more or less we stopped it, because coming from, we are, Reiter Engineering, we are financing our race development ourselves, and there must be a business plan behind, which on the Lambo was, and that business plan didn't work out. And it's still my favorite car next to the Murcielago GT1. It's my big love, this car. But the business case wasn't really a business case, I must say. It was, in life you have business profit, and this one is emotional profit. Building race cars or being in the racing is maybe not the best business in the world, but it's the coolest job in the world you can have, being allowed to work in that. And I just enjoy it.
Earlier iteration of GT3 cars,